Hello and welcome to the News Update of Enterprise TV. I'm Choma Okoye. We'll start with the local stories. The federal government has withdrawn the treason charge it entered against minors who participated in the recent #EndBadGovernance protest that was held across the country. The Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, officially took off the case filed on Tuesday and notified the Federal High Court in Abuja of his decision to discontinue the case against the protesters. The application for discontinuance, which was moved by the Director of Public Prosecution of the Federation, DPPF, Muhammad Abubakar, was anchored on relevant provisions of the 1999 Constitution as amended in Section 108 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, ACJA 2015. The DPPF also applied for the proceeding to be conducted without the presence of the minors in the courtroom, in line with the Child's Rights Act. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, as well as other defense lawyers in the matter, said they were not opposed to the applications. Consequently, trial justice Obiora Egwatu struck out the charge. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has detained the former governor of Delta State, Ifeanyi Okonwa, for the alleged diversion of 1.3 trillion naira of the 13% derivation fund from the Federation account between 2015 and 2023. The former governor was reportedly detained on Monday, 4 November, in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, when he reported at the Port Harcourt Directorate of the EFCC on the invitation of the investigators handling his matter. The former governor was alleged to have failed to account for the funds and other 40 billion naira he allegedly claimed to have used to acquire shares in the UTM floating liquefied natural gas. Okonwa allegedly bought 40 billion naira worth of shares in one of the major banks in Nigeria, requesting and representing 8% equity to float the offshore LNG. The anti-graft agency is also investigating the former governor's alleged diversion of funds to acquire estates in the nation's capital, Abuja, and Asaba in Delta State. Nigerian Air Force on Monday said it bombed terrorists trying to hinder the repair of the 330 kV Shiroro Kaduna transmission line suspected to have been vandalized by the terrorists. The destruction of the transmission line plunged some northern states into darkness, although electricity has been restored in some parts following a directive from President Bola Tinubu. The president instructed military operatives to guard workers deployed to repair the transmission line, and the bombing of the terrorists came a week after the Deputy Senate President, Barau Jibrin, said well-armed terrorists were occupying strategic places around the source of damaged power transmission cables. He added that the National Security Advisor Nihu Rubadu and the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) were making efforts to strike the terrorists. The Director of Public Relations and Information for the Nigerian Air Force, Olusola Akimboyewa, said in a statement that an intelligence surveillance mission carried out by the service confirmed that terrorist fighters were converging to disrupt the repair of the transmission line. Outside Nigeria, the government of Equatorial Guinea has restricted its citizens from downloading and sharing multimedia files using mobile data and WhatsApp. This decision was followed by the guidelines that the country's government gave to telecommunications operators when it urged them to implement measures to restrict access to inappropriate content. The country's Director General, National Financial Investigation Agency, Baltasar Ngoga, was enmeshed in a sex scandal involving the wives of notable people. The scandal emerged in the course of a fraud investigation against the 54-year-old economist, which resulted in the search of his house and office on impromptu notice by officials who came across several CDs that later revealed his sexcapades with different married women. The more 400 videos reportedly include encounters with high-profile individuals, such as his brother's wife, his cousin, the sister of the president of Equatorial Guinea, the Director General of Police's wife, and about 20 of the country's ministers' wives, among others. And still in foreign news, the UK Health Security Agency has confirmed 2 additional cases of the clade avian pox, bringing the total number of cases in the country to 3. And these new infections have been traced to household contacts of the initial case, emphasizing that the virus potential for rapid spread is in close contact environments. And according to a late Monday night release obtained from the UKHSA website, both patients are currently receiving specialist care at Guy's and St. Thomas NHS Foundation Trust in London. And despite this development, health officials are maintaining that the overall risk to the general UK, the population remains low. And that's all we have for you on the news update at this hour. Many thanks for watching. I'm Choma Okohe.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.